Okay, we're going to do a nice simple little lesson now about blues shuffles. In the previous lesson, lesson 4, we talked about power chords, okay, which are used a lot in rock, but are also kind of used in blues too, okay, because your very basic blues shuffle would be this kind of thing. So what you're doing there is just playing a power chord. You're playing the root note A, and you're playing the 5th, which in this case is E, if we're in the key of A. Okay. And your pinky finger, or your little finger, whatever you call it, will typically play the A string 2 frets above your third finger. So you've heard that a million times. It's a really common blues shuffle. Okay, now this is not too bad of a stretch, but if you move your hand down to say G, the stretch becomes much greater. And God forbid you're in F. Look at the stretch there. That is very uncomfortable. So what you can do to get around this is invert the power chord. You're playing an A and an E. Okay, in this case because we're in the key of A. Okay, but right underneath the 5th of the 5th here is another A. It's the octave of this A. So with that in mind, we can forget about playing this A and play this A instead, along with the original E note. So instead of playing these two, A and E, we're now playing A, E, like that. So we're playing the same 2 notes. All that's different really is that this A is a little bit higher in pitch than this A. Okay, and with the tip of my first finger, I'm just deadening the low E string because you don't want that ringing out. Now, okay, rather than stretching with the little finger, I can just use my 3rd finger because it's right there. It lines up perfectly and there's no stretch, there's no awkwardness, there's no pain, and I've got a shuffle. Okay, and I can move that around, and in fact, you know, your bass player is probably playing that low A anyway. Now you're getting out of his way. You're not muddying up the sound by playing another low E. Sorry, A, sorry. So that's a nice simple little tip there so you can now do something with that power chord. Now of course you could just play power chords in the rock sense, like you know, that sort of thing. That's fine too, you know, or you can take that power chord and just move it there. You can do that Hendrixy kind of thing, but that's for later on. Just for now though, you can just use that in a blues shuffle. If you're struggling with that stretch, that long stretch, which a lot of people, you know, find difficult, that's a nice easy little tip to get around it. Okay, hope that helps.